like Miss Deborah.
Oh.
Mondays are so sad when you waking up to flowers.
I don't know why to start. This intro isn't starting.
That intro.
Mondays are so sad when you waking up to flowers, bringing the sunshine through as the ladies come to you. They have hot topics and interesting guests, making your Monday. Mondays are so sad when you waking up to flowers, bringing the sunshine through as the ladies come to you. They have hot topics and interesting guests, making Mondays are so sad when you waking up to flowers, bringing the sunshine through as the ladies come to you. They have hot topics and interesting guests, making your Monday mornings the very best.
Forget it. Whatever. So something's going on with the intro. I don't know what's going on with it. It was today. So anyway, good morning, and welcome to Monday Morning Talks. I am your girl So, and I am here with my girls Michelle Lachey and Miss J. And also we are here with our special guest, who's my auntie as well, Debra Phillips. She's a registered nurse. So I should say registered nurse Debra Phillips, but the same thing. Hi, Debra.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm excited to come on the show with y'all. So thank you for inviting me.
Oh, of course. How was y'all weekend? How was your weekend, Shelly?
It was cool. I did what did I do Saturday? Went out Saturday night, and then Sunday I took a nano brow class, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. I learned so much. And I went to the movies to see Space Jam with my son.
What's he?
How was it?
It wasn't the first one.
Oh, wow.
and even though I wasn't expecting it to be the first one, I spent half the time on Facebook. Let's just say that.
It was that
My
bad.
son liked it though, and that's all that matters. He
enjoyed
it.
So there you
go. Space Jam?
Yeah.
I wanted to see it because I kind of like LeBron James.
Wait till it come
James
on.
In his one movie.
Free channel, basic TV or something.
It's on HBO Max.
No, you straight.
We have to.
I hear the same thing about it.
Wow.
So.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews.
You don't need to watch it on the subscription. Watch another movie.
Dang.
I mean, it had a good storyline. It had a good storyline. It was a very positive storyline. Let's just say that.
Okay, good. That's what matters. Yeah, good morning, Richie. What's up? Richie says, "What's up, y'all?"
Richie.
Good morning, Richie.
And Paula, who's my mom, says
hi,
good morning.
Hi,
good
morning.
Good morning, Paula.
So, Jordan, what did you do this weekend?
I went to an 80s, 90s themed birthday party.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I had my Dwayne Wayne glasses, the little
like
Dwayne
Dwayne Wade,
whatever flip up. I had my door knockers, a little crop top,
oh my gosh,
shorts, a fanny pack. I'll post some pictures. I just haven't had a chance to, but I went all out. It was fun. Me and my best friend, we dressed up. She did 80s, I did 90s. So yeah, we were cute.
Oh, that was nice.
What about you, So?
Well, Friday we went to we did karaoke. We stayed out late. Like we stayed till close. And we had fun. Huh?
Did you sing?
I did. I sang, I rapped. So yeah, it's been years since I did karaoke, and I didn't think they even had any more bars like that. But this one out here in Naperville, it's mostly like they did like a lot of country music. Most of the people, but like me, Ness and Richie, we did some hip hop, and so Richie even did Stevie Wonder. So that was fun. And then yesterday I went with Jay's daughter. We went to the promontory. Say it. Yeah, thank you. The promontory. They did it's like a hip hop dance workout. the Chance the Rapper choreographer. He was one of the hosts there. So we were footworking, we were popping, we were working out. It was nice. It was fun. We did like to the body yada yada. This lady, she just showed us the little steps. We was doing the little steps to the body yada yada yada. We did the Destiny Child. So yeah, it was it was fun. It was fun. It was a good workout too. I was sweating my butt off. I was sweating. My wig wasn't glued down, so it kept moving back. I had to go. It was vendors there, so I had to go buy a hat to keep it on, to keep my wig.
You ain't no wig mishaps. What are you doing?
Right.
Every time I was trying to do jump jacks, I felt my wig move back. I'm like, oh shoot! I had to stop. I'm like, let me go. Luckily, it was a vendor there that was selling hats, so I was able to buy a hat and put it on.
How you gonna go somewhere exercise and your wig ain't glued down?
Right.
How you gonna go
I know I had the wrong exercise wig on, but it was supposed to be like I did. I just threw something. I just do hair on. It was the first one I saw. It was on my mannequin head, so I just put it on. So yeah, I didn't think it was gonna like fall back like that.
You weren't expecting to be dancing that hard, huh?
Right? No, I thought we was gonna be doing like sit-ups and stuff or whatever. I didn't know like we was gonna be like popping and percolating and like it was fun. So I think they do it like they just say first time since COVID. They used to do it I think like so many times a month or something like that. And it's like $25 a ticket, but it's nice. And then they do an after party. They have a bar there. They have vendors, and they have like a day party after the workout or whatever. We didn't really stay for the day party though, but I think next time I go, I will. So it's fun, and it's not like you working out. So it's like you just dancing. Well, it is you dancing. It ain't no sit-ups and all that hardcore workout stuff.
Wow.
So Deborah, what was your weekend like?
Wow, y'all had way more fun than I did. I did. Actually.
Hey, Sharika. Good morning.
Sharika.
Good morning. Yeah, my weekend was mostly just working on my business, actually, because I had 2 meetings, one last night and then one Wednesday morning. So I had homework to do. So
that's productive. And behind her, which towards the end we're going to have her discuss her business. But as you can see behind her, there's a lot of scrubs. So y'all need some scrubs for y'all businesses and stuff. She's going to talk about her business the last half of the show. But then what? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, and then I had my what we're talking about, the vaccines. I had the second one, and so it kind of had me laying down a little bit, but I'm okay now. So,
which one did you get?
The Pfizer.
Pfizer. That's the one I'm gonna get.
Yeah. So
it's the Pfizer.
So it was just like a day of recovery, and then just a little tiredness after that. So.
Recovery sounds scary. Don't say that word.
Because if you're a person that like me that's used to moving, but then you kind of laying down for the day, then yeah. So just like some. I didn't have a whole lot of soreness in my arm like I hear a lot of people talking about.
Yeah,
I did have some, but I was just like real tired, like fatigued. And so I just, you just make you want to lay down the whole first day. I didn't really have any headaches. So you just need that. When they say that after the second dose, you might want to take the next day off of work. You might. Depends on how you work. So, but yeah, I'm glad I did it at the end.
So Deborah, speaking more of COVID, can you talk to us, a little bit about COVID, like the difference? I know there's a new strand out now that like I was hearing that's like even the fact that people who is vaccinated. Can you give us more a little bit in doubt on like the COVID-19 and this new Delta variant?
Okay. So first, thank y'all for having me come on. I appreciate it. You guys be rocking the show every week. So thank you for that. And then I want to say, this is a sensitive topic. So, a lot of people lost people close to them. And, we have as well. And so this is not like taken lightly. And so I just want to give my condolences out to everyone that's lost anyone and just praying for the world and the healing of it and for everybody that's recovering from it now. So the thing is, they're saying that the Delta is way more contagious than the COVID-19 original strand. Actually, they say it was first identified in December of 2020. And it was more like in India and Great Britain. And then toward the end of June, it started making its way to the United States. And so by the end of July, they say it's the cause of more than 80% of our new COVID cases.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and then the symptoms, as far as the symptoms, what makes it different from the original COVID-19 strain, the symptoms are about the same, except they're saying there's no, like there's a loss of smell and taste with the original. You might not notice that with the Delta, and then the cough, you might not have a cough there. But it looks like it's spreading faster than the COVID-19 did. And one thing they're saying about the spread is that it's spreading more through the unvaccinated people. So, and this is coming from like the World Health Organization. You can check their website. They got a lot of good info as well. So as far as the spread, that's what they're saying.
So at first I thought, oh, they were just saying that because they want everybody to get the shot. That's what I was thinking at first. Like they just really trying to push this shot, trying to get him his numbers. He said he wanted for the shot. So maybe they just saying that about the unvaccinated people. But then when I was reading, someone put up that, it was spreading like through kids a lot. The younger people were getting it, getting it a little bit more. It was like really getting sick from it more. And so then I'm like, but okay, maybe I should get the shot. And I started to think maybe I should get the kids the shot. So what do you think about like teenagers getting vaccinated?
Well, that was my initial thing, because I was going to have my 12-year-old get the vaccine when I got mine. But then I feel like I needed to know more about it, because I saw they were talking about like the effects that the younger children, they were seeing, like with heart issues and stuff like that. And so that made me a little nervous. But then the more I looked into it, it looks like it doesn't affect everybody, like you said, the same way. Almost like a hit or miss with this one right now. But some people don't experience anything. Some people do. Some is mild, some is severe. So it's kind of hard to say whether your child is going to, experience that. And that's what they're saying from the, research, that, it's possible. Everything that all vaccinations and medications, there are possible side effects. So with my daughter, I didn't get it initially, but now they're about to open the schools up. And and I got the vaccination myself. I feel more comfortable that I got it, and I'm looking to take her now to get hers, because at first they did, when the COVID first came out, they were saying the younger population was not getting it.
Right.
Like, so, and then the younger ones in my house really didn't either. So it's like, well, why, I'm like everybody else, even though I'm a nurse, like nurses second guess everything too, when it comes to new things like this. So it's like, well, do she need it? But then now, when the more they're talking about the Delta, and I was progressing among the younger people, I started thinking too, like, now why I'm like on both sides of it.
Yeah, me too, because I was thinking the same thing, because I know like you would, even if you're vaccinated, like you can still get COVID, and you can still spread COVID. So then I was like, well, what's the point? But then too, even with the mask, like I was double masked and I got COVID, so it's like, what's what? Which option, get vaccinated and mask, so like you don't really know like which route to take, because either way, it seemed like nothing really stops the spread of COVID, and so it's like unmasked, masked, unvaccinated, vaccinated, you can still get COVID. So that's where like my mind is right now, like why I'm so in and out of the shot.
And that's what I'm concerned about, because Jaden is supposed to start school next Monday. I have not been vaccinated. He has not been vaccinated. He's going into
Mm-hmm.
high school, so he's a little bit older. However, he has asthma. So with him
Mm-hmm.
having asthma and having a respiratory issue, now I'm like, okay, do I expose him? Do I put him at risk? Do I put
Right.
myself possibly at risk? I
Mm-hmm.
really don't know, honestly. I just was speaking to someone at his school a little while ago because I'm asking if they still have virtual school. If they were doing a hybrid session last year where the kids
Mm-hmm.
were going to school for like 3 days and then the other two
Yeah.
days they're at home. So I'm still in between, and I know school starts next week, but now with the new Delta variant, it's also like, do we put our kids at risk? Do we go
Right.
ahead and vaccinate them? I don't know. So,
Yeah.
Debbie, I was
I
hoping
kind of
maybe you
wanted to
could
do
help
what
shed
Deborah
some
did.
light.
I wanted to try. I was going to get the shot first and see how it affected me first,
Yeah.
and if it was okay with me, if I did okay with it, I was going to go ahead and maybe get the kids vaccinated because they're start going into high school, and I almost don't want them doing high school online. It was already tough for them doing eighth grade online. Like their grades started to fall back, and when they went back to school, they started to get back, better. And
Mm-hmm.
then with high school being online, like I kind of don't want them to be online in high school, but I don't want to put them at risk at the same time. So I
Exactly.
Yeah.
don't know, like maybe if you're vaccinated, you won't get as sick if you get the COVID as you would if you wasn't vaccinated. Plus, I was told that like 96, the Pfizer is like 96%
Mm-hmm.
resistant to the Delta than
Yeah.
any other one of the vaccinations. So we can
I,
go to what you gonna say, Deborah?
I was just saying I saw that as well. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Richie said people need to still be careful, take your own discretion. To me, people just do whatever the laws at the moment say, like you don't need a mask or let's not wear one anywhere at any time. That's dumb. You should be careful and mindful. I think people are just being selfish too when it comes to wanting to go out all the
Absolutely.
time or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's true. That's true because I know I don't like the mask. I'm not gonna lie. Like I walk somewhere and be like, I'm vaccinated. Like if I'm going to Starbucks or whatever, if it's not crowded. Now if it's crowded, I do put the mask on. But like I said, I got COVID with the mask, double mask. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm like, if I can
It's
breathe
like a catch
for once
22.
without having to
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I know like you say I would recommend, like they're saying, I got the vaccine, but I still wear my mask. And I know
Mhm.
people are like, well, if you get the vaccine, why do you still have the mask? From what I understand, what they're saying is the vaccine doesn't prevent COVID, that it like if it should prevent it, but if you happen to catch COVID, it shouldn't be as symptomatic.
Right.
It won't be as severe for you. But I know I still wear the mask. You
I
know,
feel like because it's like people say like,
but
oh, you're breathing in your own air with the mask. Like you can get yourself sick just breathing in your own air wearing a mask for hours and hours.
but it's more of a mask. I mean, it's keeping your hands clean, keeping your
Yeah.
distance. When you take your mask off, touching it from the outside to take it off, you think,
Right.
you still touching the germs,
Right.
Right.
come behind and throw them away and then use a new one. So I don't know. It's just that you just have to do all of the recommendations that's in place. And just to
And
say,
just keep your immune system healthy, basically,
yeah,
right?
especially like before catching COVID, like after you catch it and then you're trying to do the vitamins and all that, you want to have a strong immune system, while you're,
Right.
healthy. So,
So, Debbie, let me ask
So
you this
sure, we can go into
question.
some comments. We got a lot of comments.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sharika says, but people who are I'm sorry, Joy, was you saying something?
No, I was gonna ask
Jordan?
Debbie a question, but you can read the comments. I'll ask
Uh,
my question after.
okay. Don't forget your question.
Oh, I got it written down.
You sure
Hold on.
you want to ask now before so you won't forget and then I can read the comments?
I was just gonna ask Debbie, does she think that we potentially will go back into another lockdown with this new Delta variant? I know they were saying like over in Tokyo with the new with the Olympics going on, there's been new cases up to 2,000 a day.
Mm.
And my concern is all these people coming from different countries, then they're flying back to their home countries. Majority of them coming back here to America. Is that going to create a new wave of the whole pandemic that we experienced last year?
well, from what I was hearing, they were not they were skeptical on trying to place another lockdown, and especially like for the states individually, they were almost leaving it up to the schools and the individual places to decide whether they're going to lock down or not. Which I don't know why they won't, like the governor won't take his stance. He was kind of letting it be individualized per like company. And so I don't know if he took a lot of flack and don't want to go through it anymore, but I think, and then also I heard the mayor saying that they were not going to do a lockdown, but now within the past couple of days, it's starting to think that they may. Because, the Lollapalooza is coming. That's 4 days this week.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
If you saw like the games, the NBA games, I was like, wow. Yeah.
I just hope they don't go on lockdown. I hope they lock down after my birthday because I really want to celebrate my 40th. But I know I'm being selfish, but still, like, I ain't get to celebrate my 35th.
It might be coming closer to that. It might be coming before that because this is spreading.
Yeah, it's going quickly.
No, I got big plans.
You can have your birthday on your platform right here.
There you go. Do a virtual birthday party.
My birthday's on a Friday. Okay, so we'll go into some comments. Sharika said, but people who are vaccinated can spread COVID as well. I mean, it doesn't protect you from getting or spreading it. Also, people who are vaccinated feel they shouldn't have to wear a mask. So in terms of that, what's your take? Okay, you answered that already. Because it seems they are trying to say unvaccinated people are the only ones are spreading it around. Not you particular, but in general. Which is true. That's why I didn't understand too. Like they like, oh, you unvaccinated people are spreading COVID. But what if the unvaccinated people don't have COVID? How are we spreading it? Like when they say, oh, it's a large gathering. Oh, now COVID going to spread. What if nobody in that large gathering has COVID? How can it spread? Like, that's how I'm be understanding.
I think because sometimes they said people can have COVID and you don't know. You might not have a symptom, but you can be a carrier.
Right.
So you may think you don't have it or think you haven't had it, but what if you're that carrier and you are, spreading it? So, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And then you got a whole group, a whole crowd. You think nobody?
Right.
As a
well, I mean, back before COVID started, nobody had it in the whole crowd. Why everybody got to have it now in the crowd?
Because it wasn't there. It wasn't a germ there.
I just want to understand COVID.
I was watching.
Yeah.
This past weekend, they had Rolling Loud down in Miami, and it's a big hip hop festival for like 3 days. It was over 100,000 people there, and I was just looking how close they
that's
were.
Just too much.
Yeah, and I was like, as much as I would have loved to go to that concert sold out in 5 minutes. Legit, 5 minutes. They sold out all tickets, and just to see those people packed on top of each other like sardines, I'm like, I bet you at least half of those people are going to either be exposed to COVID, have COVID, something. And I don't wish COVID on anybody, but when you're in large gatherings like that, you just don't know. And then it's hundreds of thousands of people that you don't know that come from all over the country, all over the world for this festival. So now I'm concerned also, like you were just saying, that with Lollapalooza this upcoming weekend.
Yeah.
Here in Chicago, I'm hoping numbers don't spike up. Simply because of that, because people are coming from all over for that as well. I think
I just wouldn't go to a big gathering like that with COVID or not COVID. I just don't want like being packed in a space anyway.
I'm a big concert goer, so for me,
I love concerts too. But I gotta be standing next to people because I did that at the Lil Wayne concert at Chicago Theater. They didn't have seats, and we were like packed in, and then I'm standing behind one of the worst smelling people in the world, and I had no choice but to stand. I kept getting pushed into them, and so I just learned I don't want to go no more standing concerts where I got to be packed in like that.
Yeah, those are the hard ones to go to, and now I'm just like I'm concerned because I feel like we kind of rushed to open back up to the point that we are now. Now that everybody's just resuming back to normalcy as we were prior to COVID, it's like, okay, now how do we, if we get to that point, how do we reel people back in, or are they just gonna leave us, continue on in phase 5?
They're gonna say, look, it's your life, you deal with it how you want.
Pretty much. I feel like it's at your own discretion. Like,
where's Michelle? Michelle just like jumped out. Oh, here she go. I'm like, to Michelle. just came out the conversation. So Ricky said, "Well, just take the precautions you can, and it's never going to be inevitable."
Yeah.
So Ricky and Sharika got a lot of opinions on this. Sharika said, "My kids aren't going back to school yet. I don't know enough about the vaccine. I'm uncomfortable about taking it so far. Now I'm just praying for direction." That's true.
Mhm.
That's how
Yeah.
I feel, Sharika.
Yeah. I think that's why it's taking a lot of people time to get it because
Mhm.
it's new and you want to know.
Right.
And like you see how long it took me to get it, and I work dealing with it.
You're
So
right.
yeah, so it's you just want to make sure you're doing the right thing, and then you hear so many scary myths about it that make you want to stay
Yeah.
away from it. So um, yeah, you
Like
can.
I wanted to get the Johnson and Johnson because it was one dose. I didn't want to go back 28 days later. I don't know my life 28 days after I get a shot. So I'm like, let me just do the one time. I know people who got the Johnson and Johnson and was fine. Well, really like one person who got the Johnson and Johnson was fine, but
Mhm.
and he was a male. So
Yeah.
it's like, but with women, they say it's blood clots. But then I heard it's
Mhm.
only blood clots with women who's on birth control. So then I don't know, like the whole issue with the Johnson and Johnson. What do you think about the Johnson and Johnson,
Yeah.
Deborah?
Well, I heard the same thing, but then I also heard that they took it back off. Um,
Yeah.
so I wanted to look back into that to see, what the issue was what issue was with that. So, yeah, it looks like that they were
So they
reevaluating.
removed it again?
I had seen where they had removed it. It
But
was,
never mind, I ain't getting it. There's too many
but
removed. I
Yeah.
thought maybe because it was like, oh, they was like trying to find reasons
You so
for it or whatever. So
but
make it the
I'll
worst
check on
vaccine.
it and update because I don't want to, say nothing wrong. And, oh
Well,
yeah, and we forgot the disclaimer.
that's what we
We
got
forgot
Google
the
for.
disclaimer. We're
Look,
not doctors. I'm not a doctor.
that's
I'm a
what we got. That's
Right.
what we got Google
nurse.
for. That's what we got Google for, Deborah.
So make sure
Google.
speak to y'all doctor before y'all make decisions.
Dr. WebMD.
That's right. That disclaimer right there.
Dr. WebMD. I haven't given my son went back to school last year and he's going back this year. But he's in what do you call that? I don't want to call it special ed. It ain't called special ed. Small group. That's what it's called
Right.
now. He's in a small group class. So there's literally 5 people in there. And it's the same 5 people. His teacher, like, I don't play with these other little nasty little kids. We we get our lunch, we come back to our room, you know.
Mhm.
So I guess I have like a comfort zone with my kid, but I am conflicted,
Mhm.
because my son has heart disease. He also
Mhm.
has, he was diagnosed with asthma as a baby, but he hasn't had any type of asthma symptoms in literally like 10
Mhm.
years.
Okay.
But either way it goes, I mean, the heart disease alone is enough for me to be concerned,
Mhm.
because his heart disease affects his lungs.
Mhm.
So I'm conflicted on it all, and then everybody with all of their theories and this theory and
Yeah.
that theory, and then this coming out and
Yeah.
that coming
Yeah.
out. It don't give me any type of comfort or direction. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, and even if I take it, because I should take it because I'm diabetic, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Even if I take it, I mean, even still, people are still talking about, some people are still getting it. I mean, and
Mhm.
I know people who don't live healthy lifestyles and got COVID, and they was like, I didn't even know I had it. Are you sure I had
Mhm.
COVID? So
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like, I'm just stay prayed up. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do.
Stay prayed up and keep your immune system
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah, I take my vitamins every day now.
I was
My
gonna say
son
get
takes
some
his vitamins
elderberry.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But I heard elderberry wasn't good for COVID.
It
oh,
didn't kept
really?
me safe.
I
I will
heard
say
that
that.
too.
Yeah, I heard elderberry was one of them not to take during COVID.
Why?
I wasn't told why. I was told not to take it.
Well, I don't
Oh,
know who told you that, but elderberry has been
My
kicking me
our
probably
nurse,
for.
oh,
it
really? I
was
had
a
some
nurse.
too, and I did.
A nurse told me that.
Mm.
So
Well, I
But
get any
because
type of
and
vitamins and minerals, anything you need. Because when James was born, like, that's what they did to prep him from surgery. When he was literally first born, they spent the first 6 days pumping him full of vitamins and minerals. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I
what are
take
you
a vitamin. I
doing?
make sure I take vitamin C like
Mhm.
every day. Like that's one of my main the vitamin C's
Mm-hmm.
because and I drink a lot of tea.
Yeah,
But What I was gonna say? I was gonna say something about
I
the kid. Oh yeah, with the kids' high school, it's like their high school carries 2,200 students, and so I don't know how they're going to like make sure social distance, make sure like how they're going to do the schedule with kids because I don't know how they did it when they opened back up last year because I didn't have no kids in high school
mm-hmm.
last year. And so I don't know how because I know when they went back to school for eighth grade and the eighth grade school, the school they went to before, they carried a lot of kids, not as many as the high school, but they did like first they started with 3 days on, 2 days off. Then they did the 5 days on, but it was 5 half days on.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then it was still, I think like a certain amount of kids, a certain amount of time, I think maybe. But with the high school, where they're carrying so many kids, it's like a college. The high school is like a college. And so I don't know, honest, I don't know how they're going to. Matter of fact, I gotta go up there today, and I'm going to ask them like how they're going to do it with the social distancing, especially with the variant
That's my
going
concern.
around, because I want to make sure that like they're not crowding these classrooms up. I'm going to do different times because it's a lot of students,
I mean,
Yeah.
and
here in
these
Georgia,
kids they
it's
be out, they don't
optional.
care.
It's
Yeah.
They
optional to wear a
don't.
mask. I don't know if it is in Illinois, but in Georgia, at the schools now, it's optional if you want to
No, the
social
kids
distance.
have to wear a mask, so they didn't
It's
make it optional
optional
in their
though
school.
here.
Yep, they have to wear a mask in the
Right.
school.
I
And
think
that's what
that's
I'm concerned about
Even
too.
vaccinated kids, I believe they said even if the kids are vaccinated, still they still would have to wear a mask from what I was reading from my kids' school. But I'm gonna make sure for real. Even if my kids do get vaccinated, I'm still gonna have them wear the mask at the school because there's a lot of kids in the school.
Yeah, well, they're having the Zoom for the parents, kind of like to review what the process is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's either tonight or tomorrow for my daughter's school. So
Okay.
I'll find out with that. But I know they're saying of course, the mask, and then they're going to keep them at least 3 feet apart in the rooms. I don't know how that's going to happen when they walk the halls and
Right.
all of that, So I guess we'll find out.
Well,
And then,
at my son's school, I don't know. They had it where only certain classes would leave. You know what I'm saying? So not
Mm-hmm.
everybody left out at the same time.
Mm.
okay.
So you would have these classes that could leave now, and then you would go, and then whatever. So
Mhm.
I don't know. That way you would have like I guess half as many kids in the hallway, and not everybody at the same time. So they even when they released people from classes, it was
Okay.
so I would imagine that would be like a similar or same situation.
Mhm. Mhm.
I
Hopefully,
know
Yeah.
at one point my
hopefully.
son's school last year they had it where the kids were not changing the classroom. They would stay in there and then the teachers would swap out, I guess, halfway throughout the day or something like that.
Mm.
So they would be confined to one
Oh, that's
classroom. But
smart.
That's smart.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's smart, but it's also my concern, like with the social distancing. Now, the
Yeah.
majority, I'm sure they're going to go back to full capacity at this point. At
Mm-hmm.
that point, it was only like probably half of enrollment.
Right.
Parents are tired of the kids
So you
being
had the
home. The
option
kids are
to
tired of
keep
being
your
home.
kids at home too if you wanted to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see. I don't know. I'm waiting for the lady to call me back and let me know if we have the option of hybrid or virtual.
Mhm.
Honestly, I want to keep Jaden home, but I know he's ready to go back to school, so we might do the hybrid option. We just gotta
Yeah.
see
I
what
mean,
options we
even
have.
with sports, because like Larry want to get into sports. She's like, oh, it's volleyball camp, it's cheerleading, and it's like, well, how are they gonna do it working out with the sports? Because I don't want to keep her out of sports,
Mhm.
and so it's like, well, it's just a lot of questions. Like maybe I need to join the PTO. So,
Yeah,
so I can have a
seriously,
say on some things or whatever, what's
seriously.
going on, because it's a lot of questions about them going. That's the scary part for me, is them going back to school. And the other scary part for me is if they're shut down, they're going to shut down again the beauty industry probably, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's going to be back to where we're shut down all over again, and people losing their lives because they still want to stay open. And it was just a lot going on when they first shut down with the businesses, and it's especially in our industry, and people doing house calls and dying from doing house calls, so they got to make their ends meet. So like I'm hoping there's no. I don't even know what I want. If this new variant is like killing, the kids are getting sick from this very new variant. Like that's scary. That's like my main thing when I read that. Like that was like the main. I didn't even think about the adults. I just started thinking about all these kids, that's getting sick from this new variant. So what do we do? Deborah.
But for
Put it all on a show.
look, let's call Dr. Fauci. No. But I would say with your concerns with the kids' school, first before I forget, I would look on their website and see when they have the meetings, like the board meeting or the.
They might have had it. I might have missed it.
They probably have recorded it. Where,
yeah, that's right.
I mean, because maybe they answer some of the questions or just go up to the school and then pressure them with your questions. Because that was one of my things too when I said, well, maybe I'll just have my daughter vaccinated, because one thing I know with having 5 kids, they germ spread fast with amongst the young people. And like if they bring it home, they won't be sick, but everybody else will. And then you get a letter that the class,
right.
So
somebody got COVID in the class.
Yeah, so that's what make me worried with the kids going back to school, because they spread it fast. They got to remember to keep the mask on, and it's a lot of new things. It's new for them too. So that's my concern. So I'm gonna do like you and just wait, listen for this.
So
and see, to piggyback off what you just said, Deborah, like last year, my son's school, it was like almost every other day we were getting emails about an outbreak of COVID at the school, how kids had to go into quarantine for 14 days. And it's concerning to me because you don't know where these kids are going once they leave school. You don't know who they're around. You don't know if they're really wearing their mask. Yeah. And like my son had an end of the school year picnic last year, well, in May, and half of the kids weren't wearing their mask or the teachers. So my thing is, if you're not wearing them now, how do I know you're really going to reinforce it in the classroom? I get it, they were outside, but it's still being precautionary.
Well, my kids' graduation was outside, but they still had to wear the mask for the graduation. They still had to wear the mask on when they did their graduation outside. So they should have had the kids wearing the mask outside, I guess. Because it spreads even when you're outside, but unless you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear the mask outside.
I've heard that.
Is that how it goes?
I understand, like, what's the part? Okay, you wear the mask, but if I got on a mask and you got on a mask, are we standing right next to each other? Like, what are we
still supposed to be this?
What are we doing? Like, why don't we put on a mask?
Because you got the wrong mask on. You need the N95 mask.
You can't breathe in them things.
Or at least the surgical mask, but the N95 mask is more protective than any other because it's like a respiratory mask. So it's like the most effective mask, but that mask hurts and you can't breathe in it. So you can't walk around with that mask on all day.
You know what? Mask with the gas face, like
that's what they wear. Some of the nurses wear that in the hospital. They had that big one with the little holes in the back, look like they about to go through the hazmat.
Well, that's because if you don't pass the test, for the mask to get the proper fitting, the fit
right,
test,
exactly, yeah.
Then you have to wear that. I can't think of what it's called, but you have to wear that fit. So.
Are the protective shields, are those really effective?
You know what? While y'all was talking, I was thinking about that, because one thing they saying that we should all be wearing the mask, but they said if the COVID, can be infected into you by your eyes,
right?
Why are they not recommending the eye shields
or the goggles? Yeah, exactly. So, well, I sell them. $10 if you all need one.
We ain't at that segment yet, friend. Hold on.
I know. I'm just letting y'all know before I forget, because the last segment was gonna be about that. Well, if you need a shield, just a quick plug out there. Sorry.
You better plug your stuff.
Okay.
Shield and bonnet. Okay. But
okay. So Richie said, we got a lot of comments, y'all. Richie said, well, we would go back to where Chuck said he always wear his mask. Chuckabelly. Hey, Chuck, if you still watching, I always wear my mask in public.
Thank you for being responsible.
Ricky said, I get the mask too. It's not the more preventive measure, but it is for me more of a sign of solidarity. For workers probably don't trust everyone who says they are vaccinated. That is true, because I know I was one of them that lied. So I can go into Starbucks without my mask on. So
you want to tell us on us also.
Oh boy.
Like, I'm vaccinated too. And Sharika said, we're already going in the wrong direction. I heard on the radio this morning that a wave is expected coming from Lollapalooza.
See, yeah, because
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure too. But
Yeah,
they had the
no
whole
events for me.
the playoffs. I mean, as many people
yeah,
was at the playoffs, and there was no big
Yeah,
super duper wave. I don't know. It makes
right.
me a little like.
That's what I'm saying. If like, if, what if nobody have COVID? Like, if they even asymptomatic, what if they just don't have COVID? Like, but you then, so you don't know. And so that's what I think that's what they're saying. Like, you just don't know who has COVID.
yeah,
So just don't be around in a big old crowd because you don't know who has it. And some people probably have it just feel like, I know people who had it and like, okay, I'm still gonna be around people because it's not that bad, or I ain't gonna tell nobody I got it because I still want to be around in the crowd. And you got some people that's like that. So Sharika said, I never had COVID-19 because I stay home and still do. I never go out. My kids are so miserable because I won't let them go anywhere.
mm. Yeah. So, but to piggyback off what you said, Sophia, there is no comfort zone. Like
Right.
you can't get comfortable because whether it's a big crowd or a small crowd, you don't know where everybody be
Exactly.
or who
Right.
they be around. So, I didn't even I thought I had COVID 3 times when I was working with those because I was coming home with symptoms, but I got tested, it was always negative. But then not being at work, I ended up catching it. So it's like, you can't I let my guards down.
Yeah.
You can't let your guards down.
You can, and
And
then
that's kind of what I had to tell myself. I started back wearing my mask. My mama is like, "You should still wear your mask." I know.
That's
Singing
right.
on my mama.
hey, don't be fussing about mama now.
She
Mama
right
know
here.
best.
She said the thing is the kids still have to wear masks in school. When the flu was deadly, they wanted us to take the flu shot, but I never take that either, and that is why
And why is that?
why is that the virus is the only killer now, not the flu.
I think they were
That's true.
That's a good
misdiagnosing a lot
question,
of people
mama.
with the flu when COVID first hit. I personally think I had COVID January 2020, but I had got tested for the flu, pneumonia, all kinds of stuff. Everything came back negative. They were like, "Oh, it's just the virus. Let it run its course." 2 months later, we on lockdown because COVID hit.
Mm.
So, we still just all have to take precautionary steps. Do what's best for you and your family. I still keep my 6 feet distance. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but a lot of the stores still don't have the circles or the little
No, they
markers on
haven't.
the
I was
floor
looking at that
anymore.
yesterday. They don't have the
Nobody, not
they don't
one
have the
person.
enter and the exit for the
Oh,
owls.
okay.
It's
I
just
didn't pay attention to
I
that.
know. I was looking down at the ground. I
Mm.
guess we picked the light, Jordan, because I looked down on the floor too to see. I'm like, I said, hey, they took down they hole this way in, this way out.
well,
So
I
now
had
you
to
can
tell a
just
lady to back up because she was standing on my back, and I'm like, "You need to back up 6 feet." She's like, "There's nothing on the floor." I said, "And COVID is still going on, ma'am.
What?
Please
but
back
then
up."
because of that, you need the floor
Right.
to tell you to watch yourself 6 feet.
Right.
Thank
Like
you. Why do I
Oh,
have to
yeah,
tell you as an
there's
adult
no
to back
sorry
up?
here.
and that's why it's still spreading.
Because
Exactly.
because it ain't
If
no
you don't
because
see a,
they lighten up too much.
if you don't
They
see a
see
sign
nothing
that
wrong
says
with
wash
it.
your hands, you're not gonna wash your hands.
Right. No, because some
Exactly.
people wasn't apparently washing their hands. I worked with a whole group of people that never washed their hands. The Nancy, so I never touched nothing behind them or did no potlucks.
And then
But
want to come and shake your hand and be in
Right.
your face. No, thank you.
that's what Billy said. He said, what's important is hygiene. Wash your hands after this is over.
And
Wash
not just
Right.
wash your hands. I had to tell my son, don't just put soap in your hands and then rinse it off, sir.
Yeah,
You
no.
put soap in your hands and you move it around. Clean under your nails, people, when you washing your hands.
Yes.
Don't sit up there and wash it and you come out, you got dirt under your nails. You don't know what's in that dirt. Get that out your
Exactly.
hand.
Get
It
out
takes
out your
all of
hands.
5 seconds to just make sure that you're fine. And wash your
Yeah.
and get to your wrist. You
Did I
take
freeze up?
something with your wrist.
I think I saw.
Get your
Well,
wrist. Clean yourself, folks. Clean yourself.
Hand sanitizer. I got hand sanitizer in my purse, in my car, 2 and 3 bottles. And that's the thing. They said don't keep it in your car, but you gotta be safe. We gotta be safe. I don't know. It's just so many stipulations with all of this. It's like, how
yeah.
can you continue to stay safe?
Mel says the
Don't keep what in your car.
mRNA vaccine kills. What's the mRNA vaccine?
I think she
Is
might
it
be in
Moderna?
Marina.
Let me
Moderna, that's on it.
Moderna?
Oh, that's the Moderna one.
I think
That's
so.
what I was looking at. I was trying to understand that too. That's why I didn't read it. I was hoping one of y'all read it because I didn't want to read it wrong. I thought it meant like my R. At first, I'm like my RN. So I'm like, oh, she's talking about Deborah. That's her RN. Then I see the A at the end. I'm like, let me just keep it up there. Somebody will read it. Like,
I love you, Sophia, so much. I swear.
Look, so trying to make sense of it. She's like, "What? What is that?" Look, I love it. So you always trying to get somebody benefit of the doubt. Look,
I love you so much, Sophia. I swear.
You're funny.
I'm not good with abbreviations or some emojis.
Yeah, that's something that I needed more info on as well. But I know they were saying what they were talking about was how the other, like the Pfizer, and they had a couple of other ones that they had a couple of other ones on the list, but I guess they were saying they were not as effective. They have maybe 6 different vaccines, but it just seems like it seems like so it says the Oxford, I saw the Oxford AstraZeneca. They said that's not an mRNA vaccine, but it was 60% effective.
What's mRNA stands for, Deborah?
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. But none of these, while you're looking at that, none of these vaccines are FDA.
Messenger.
Who?
Go ahead.
No, you found the answer?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay, I was trying to stall it to you. All right, so they said none of these vaccines are FDA approved, but what I don't understand is the FDA is giving them the go-ahead to administer them, but they want to prove them. So, like, how you giving them the go-ahead to administer the vaccine, but you want to prove it? Why won't you approve it, but you saying it's okay for us to get it? So that's where, like, my take is, like, what's wrong with them where you want to prove it, FDA, but you saying we can give it? So where's that?
And then remember, they were also
Where's that
having
fine
an
line
issue where some of the people, I guess, were getting Moderna on the first shot, but the second one was Pfizer. So then that one was pretty much null and void. They had
they
to
was
start
giving
that
people the wrong
process all
shots.
over. Yeah, so it's just, I think for me, it's a lot of speculation simply because, or I'm a little skeptical because of the fact that there's been so many hiccups. I feel like they rolled this out too quickly as far as the vaccines go, with them not being FDA approved. That's another concern of mine with the mix up with the Johnson and Johnson. It's just a lot. It's a lot to take in. I think we got hit so hard with COVID, and it's just like, okay, now we just got to react and just get something done instead of getting it
Right,
done.
because it has to be over.
Right.
Yeah. So what they, from what I understand, they approved it for like emergency use, but it looks like, I think when they do like an official approval, I don't know if it's after a while of evaluating and, going through whatever steps they take to approve a vaccine.
Right.
So it looks, I don't know if that's what because that was one of my questions, like why didn't they approve it? But it looks like it takes a while before they have to, I don't know, the protocol they take to approve a vaccine. So they just approve it for emergency. So it looks like everything that's required to approve an emergency use, the vaccine met those. Met those qualifications.
Okay.
So I'm looking up what Billy said.
Okay.
And it's true. They really do think that.
In the UK, health ministers fear COVID, it can be spread through farting. No lie, go look at it.
And then it said then they said the virus was found in like 55% of people's poop. So that it could have been spread like through the bathroom or whatever, like being in the close quarters.
Oh,
it's like C. diff, almost like C. diff, right?
You remember when they were testing the sewers when this was first come out to see how prevalent it is in certain cities. In the cities, they were testing like the sewer waters.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they said. It was they something about people caught COVID and doing the lockdown in Hong Kong. The sewer line.
Sorry, Richie. Richie said, "Who the F out here for no people?"
Oh my god!
So it's coming through your clothes when you fart.
It's coming through your clothes.
But they say you get cold, you can spread it. If it cold, you can get on your clothes. So I guess if you turn your pants inside out,
They say your drawers and your pants might be a filter like your man.
So maybe in your household, when you taking your pants off in your house and people, you just take them off and the fart's still in there or something. Or maybe if you in bed with somebody and you fart, you can get COVID.
Look,
I
hopefully
don't
don't
know.
nobody fart on your pillow. You gonna have COVID and pink eye.
COVID and pink eye.
Isn't pink eye one of the
Walking around
symptoms for
double
COVID
jacked up.
anyway?
I like them.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, when we come back, we're gonna have Debra talk more about her business and what's going on with her. And she's gonna give you all some ways you can kind of prevent yourself. Even though she talked a little bit, she's gonna talk more about how to prevent having COVID. So let's hope these sponsors work.
Your skin deserves the best. And the best is Michelle Lachey's Beauty with Body Butter, full of natural and organic ingredients such as mango butter, jojoba oil, and vitamin E. So hydrating, it'll have you saying things like, oh, do I get some shoes? No, that's just that so low. Order yours today at michellelachey.com. That's michellelachey.com.
Casa Margarita, where every day is a fiesta. Enjoy a margarita flight featuring 5 of their most popular margarita flavors: strawberry, mango, lime, Blue Island, and my favorite, the swirl, mixed with strawberry and lime together. Don't worry if you can't finish all 5. Take them to go. Enjoy Casa Margarita's weekly drink specials featuring $4.95 margaritas on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Margaritas not your thing? Enjoy $4.95 mojitos or $3 bottled beer on Mondays and Wednesdays. Try the juicy chicken quesadillas that will have your mouth watering and enough to share with friends. Visit CasaMargarita.com to find the location nearest you. Casa Margaritas, where every day is a fiesta.
At Leniciata Spa, you'll experience a fun, friendly, and relaxing environment. Leniciata Spa offers services for men, women, and teens. We offer lash and brow services, facials, back treatments, chemical exfoliations, waxing, practical training, and state board prep for current or former students, along with advanced beauty certification classes. We are now offering cool sculpting and am sculpting with available payment plans. Leniciata Spa is located inside of the Lux Barbershop at 240-29 West Lockport Street in Plainfield, Illinois. Book your appointment online at leniciatics.com or call 630-229-5266. That's LYNESIALEX.com or 630-229-5266. Leniciata Spa, where we make beauty personal while helping you find your beautiful.
Okay, so we're back. And Debra, talk to us more about your business. Like, what is the name of your business and what does it do? I'm sorry, it's a lot of noise.
Okay. Well, the name is D Uniforms and CPR. So I've started like a uniform company, and then I also have my CPR instructor certification. And so I kind of put those two together, and I'm building on that. And right now I'm revamping it. So this time I got help. I got help for the programs because I came out before once or twice, and it just didn't. The more I do with it, the more stuff you find out you got to do for a business. So I'm like, okay, this time, third time's gonna be a charm. I got me some help. So hopefully within the next 2 months, no later than 3, I should, have a big opening. And then I'm also adding on my CNA school. So yeah, I got my 3-day class next month. I already started.
Now this is new. I didn't hear about this.
No, you just don't remember.
No, you didn't say about CNA school.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to be opening a CNA school, and I'm gonna have a health care. I'm gonna have all 3 into one healthcare facility. So hopefully that'll be all done and up and running before the end of the year. But You'll see.
That's awesome.
It's a lot.
Congratulations.
Right?
Yeah, it's a lot. So
That's great. And I need my CPR card renewed by the end. It might expire at the end of this month, so I'm gonna take your class because
okay.
well, we do one-on-one. We do probably one-on-one real quick. Mine expired is the end of this month. So
All right, just let me know, and I need my lashes done.
okay. Oh yeah, let me know when. George, you coming in today too, right?
Yes, it's an even
Before the
trade.
lockdown.
You know, I'm about tired of these services and brunches and mimosas and all these things happening without me, okay?
Sorry, Michelle, nobody told you to move to Georgia.
Look, you gotta let us know.
Oh wait. Oh, so Space. Hey, Space. Sorry, he had put
Space,
in the Cardinal people. What was y'all talking about? Space like
if you was
super late.
You would have known, okay?
Michelle and Space got this chemistry. I don't know where it comes from. So snappy. He gonna get you, Michelle.
I know. He gonna get me.
Space. Earlier in the show, Billy was one of the viewers was talking about how in the UK they said farting you can get COVID through people farting. So that's where we were talking about. He said, "Watch it, Michelle."
Look, where was you at, Space, 45 minutes ago?
Right? What was y'all talking about? You just had to replay the show, Space.
Right. What was y'all talking about? That was 5 minutes ago, so that means you just tuned in.
Deborah. Yeah. Sorry, what you say, Michelle?
I said, and we appreciate you for tuning in.
After all that.
After all of that.
So, Deborah, what kind of tips can you give people to, hopes of staying safe during this COVID, especially during this Delta variant?
Mm-hmm. You know what? And the thing about it is, every time I look it up, or it's always pretty much the same recommendations, like the social distancing still. At first, they were really stuck on a 6, but then they were saying like 3 feet, but I would still keep my distance. And then wearing your mask, whether you're vaccinated or not, keeping your hands clean, which we talked about, covering your cough and your sneeze. Because some people still don't do that. And
you should have been doing that anyway.
Right.
And then just keep it like windows open, just like they're saying ventilation, especially if you are recovering from it and you're in the house with other people. So avoid touching your face. And then saying healthy practices like with your nutrition, if you're smoking, that adds on to the lung issues with the COVID. So
does coffee help with prevent COVID?
How?
They say coffee is good for you.
You get that.
Just helping that if it helps
raises your heart.
Get you some sea moss and put it in there. The sea moss will help you.
Hey, Trump said bleach, so I figured coffee instead of bleach, right? That's more digestible.
That's a whole nother. This is going to be a whole nother hour.
Right.
So I said, hey, if y'all need jewelry to go with y'all beauty, let me know. So yeah, she's into the jewelry making and resin. She does a lot of resin stuff too. So really nice stuff. I got some in my spot. Some stuff in my spot. Want to see it?
I wanted to add, if be mindful. Like if you're having like shortness of breath, and chest pain, the headaches, lightheaded, take that into consideration. Don't take it lightly. So because they
should just go to the ER.
Yeah, it can go. Because it can go either way fast. It can go down. Depending on if you don't know if you are infected or not. But those are things that you should call on right away anyway. But
no, you said chest pains. What else? Shortness of breath.
Yeah, and
lightheadedness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Headache.
Yes, people. Because a lot of people don't like going to the ER, like me. I try to
Like
avoid
the doctor, the
Just go
dentist,
to the
none of that.
urgent care.
same thing. Still gotta wait.
I actually
Okay.
like urgent care better than going to the doctor's office. I don't know why. I think because if you go to urgent care, you say, okay, I got this one specific thing wrong with me. But if you go to the doctor for a physical, they can find 10 other things because they're checking you from head to toe. But just focus on this one thing. Look,
You really want to know what's wrong at that moment.
Right. We got to take baby steps into this.
Oh my goodness.
So, they say he was working, Miss J.
Okay, so, all right. Okay, you did
This
it fast
time,
this week.
this me and Michelle.
On site, homie. On site.
Urgent care is more expensive, though. Yeah,
Really?
and I think that is it more expensive than the ER? Because I know just sitting in the ER, I got charged like $400.
Urgent care
Like
is
sitting in the
500,
ER,
600.
and I didn't even get treated. I was just sitting. I left, and I still got billed $400.
They did that to me too because I did whatever the little pre-op is with them checking your vitals and stuff.
Oh yeah, the triage.
Your triage. There you go. They did that for me, and I was still sitting there for 2 hours after the fact. So I left and went home. You know, they still charged me $500 for that.
Yeah. So yeah, they
Look,
said
I got charged for riding in the ambulance, and I wasn't even a patient. Like my daughter was hurt, and I got charged for the ride. Like I could have drove my car and followed you if that was the case. Like, why would you charge me? And then she got billed separately. Like,
oh wow. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't pay it. So it's
That was gonna be my question off camera.
Because
I know this. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
I figured it was an era, clerical era.
Right, you figured it out on your
Definitely a
own.
clerical era.
I need to call in
Right.
this transaction and this charge.
So Deborah, if people wanted to get more information about COVID, is there a way that can they like inbox you, email you, or if they have any questions about COVID or even your businesses, or if they want to take these classes that you have coming up, how can they find you?
Well, I have a Facebook, D Uniforms and CPR. I do have an email, duniforms2018@gmail.com. And then for the CPR, I have CPR FORLIFE, CPR for Life 2018@gmail.com. And then I have a phone number, a business phone. It's 708-998-1198. And then also the World Health Organization, their website is a good resource, the CDC. And then you can also, I compare, what their recommendations and stuff are. So I go on that. And then also I just keep up with my fellow coworkers.
Pretty much. What's the phone number again, Deborah? I'm sorry.
708-998-1198. And so when I get everything up and running, I'll give y'all the, more updates like a website and all that. Because, we started, right?
We supposed to be started whenever you, you know what I'm saying?
I had one, but,
we're supposed to be starting your website.
So it's okay.
So it's the Uniforms and CPR on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to scroll. I might have it wrong as usual, but I'm gonna see what it is. See what this is about. Oh no, that's definitely the wrong one.
Oh, what is it?
I'm plugging somebody else. I was plugging honey drippers. That was a quick plug, honey drippers. Y'all welcome.
Hey, we love our honey drippers. They coming to Atlanta. They coming to Atlanta when they had their next event. So I'll keep y'all.
Oh, good. So, Michelle, what can people find you? And order your good shea butter that I still haven't received mine.
Mango with mango butter, and I
the whipped mango butter.
I got you, friend. I got you. You'll get it before your birthday.
And
Jesus
Michelle, I owe
Christ.
you some waist beads. I just realized that.
Yes,
Look,
I need my
Jordan.
waist
Look what
beads.
I got on.
Hey, so.
That's nice. Is that what you make, Miss
Yeah.
J?
Yes, I make
Oh,
t-shirts, waist beads,
I'm gonna
cups,
have to give me one of those
Yes, I need my
personalized
waist
gifts.
beads. I need my waist
or
beads.
two.
I got you.
But yeah, I make whipped body butter. I also
Thanks
You
for the
know what,
info,
Space? I'm
Deborah. You
finally
right.
glad
Don't
y'all
let
get
these
off of
crazy
here.
women corrupt. She already corrupt. She family. So it's like,
Oh man,
he corrupted me because he was born before me.
Look, Space, I'm
I'm a little
calling you.
better
You
now,
better
though.
answer.
I'm a little better now, Jason.
Hey, that's all we can do is
I'm
continuously
getting
get
too old
better.
for that.
Yes.
Now, what would you say, Michelle, before his space crazy self?
I know. Before he came in and rocked the,
Rudely
rocked the
interrupted her.
stage. But yeah, I make body butters. I also make
Whatever, space. Oh, damn, you doomed the endeavor.
So yeah, I have naturalist. I have
Anyway, go
natural
ahead,
skin.
Michelle. Anybody worry about space no more.
I know. Naturalist and organic skincare products. You can find them on my website, michellelachey.com. If you are in the Atlanta area, I am I do have a beauty and brow bar. I do brows, and makeup and deep cleansing facials. I don't do the fancy stuff, but I have that. You can find it all on michellelachey.com, just like how you see it spelled out there. You can find me on Facebook, Michelle Lachey Beauty and Brow Bar. You can also find me on Instagram, Michelle_Lachey. And you can find me on YouTube, Michelle Lachey. So not Michelle Lachey TV, Michelle Lachey.
What's the TV?
It's another girl. And I got another Michelle Lachey, and it's old, but they won't let me shut it down because I don't have that email address anymore. But that's a whole nother story. But yes, Michelle Lachey separately, not together for YouTube. There's a Michelle Lachey together, and I believe that's mine as well. But ain't nothing on that, and I can't get on that. You're gonna see me when I was extra juicy. And so yes,
and Jordan, Miss J.
So where do I start? No, just kidding. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Ashe Creations, ASHAE Creations with the S at the end. Website is ashecreations.com. You can follow me on Instagram, MISS Jordan_radio. That is my new Instagram. If you're following me, it's Jordan Radio, all in one word. Block and delete it because it has been hacked. My Facebook is Jordan Valerie, but I have on a blue dress instead of an orange dress. So if you're following one with the orange, block and delete that page also, because that page is also hacked. And then you can follow Ashe Creations on Instagram. Same thing, same spelling, ASHAE Creations. And then make sure you tune into For the People Radio on Wednesday. I'm on there with Space's Crazy Self, and that's from 3 to 4.
Unfortunately.
That's from 3 to 4. And then on Thursdays, I'm on the Go To Guys Sports Show. That's 3 to 4 also on sportsoundchicago.com.
Nice.
And I think that's it.
You sure?
I had to think. I was like, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Be like,
well, you can.
Wait, no, I got one more thing. I'm just kidding.
I knew it.
I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
It's your turn, so the floor is yours.
Okay, so me basically, you can I have a spa, of course, in the Lux Barber Shop located in Plainfield, Illinois, where I do lash extensions, brows, facials. I do them now the cool sculpting and the amp sculpting, which is the butt lift and the muscle toning. And I'm about to get ready to offer micro shading. I'm sorry, because I'm almost finished with that. I've been taking my time with that course. But so that's Lanice Alice Spa. That's located 24029 West Lockport Street in Plainfield, Illinois. And you can book your appointment online at lynesialex.com. Also, I am starting to do the whole videography and voiceover and commercials. So I'm getting my business cards and website ready for that. So if you need any websites done, any voiceover, any commercials, video commercials, live commercials, radio commercials, whatever, stay tuned because I will be having a website done for that. But you can hit me up on Instagram at SOSO Productions. So you can inbox me if you need that done right now. And then my beauty store, which is Gavin Jenna Beauty. I sell hair bundles, bonnets, yes, the bonnets, and my shades, and lash strip lashes, and lots of stuff. I'm coming out with my men's beard balms. Actually, look out for that commercial because that's about to happen real soon. And so, yeah, that's THELUX hair.com. I almost forgot the website.
I got some hair in my cart.
Go hair in order.
I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I'm trying to decide.
So yeah, so that's basically me in a nutshell. I believe that's it, right? Yeah.
I don't know, child.
I was gonna say, I don't know. So you sure?
That was kind of quick for
I know, right?
But too, like I'm trying to push my classes as well.
Wait, time out, so before you go on, let's congratulate you for completing your program for radio and television broadcasting.
Oh yes,
because we did not acknowledge that. So
that's right.
Shout out to So.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Oh, speaking of that, I do. Tune in to Unfiltered on evolutionpop.com where me and my boy Festa, we do our show. We talk about basically anything that you basically go through in life, relationships, especially we focus a lot on relationship things because everybody will have things that go on in their relationship. So we try to like focus on stuff like in real life or whatever. So like tune in Tuesdays from 3 to 4, evolutionpop.com for the Unfiltered show. So that was that. And then, yes, I did complete IMS.
Yes. So
I am happy with that. I can free up my space a little bit more.
Right.
And so, but I am pushing my classes a little bit more, my lash extension classes, my brow lamination class, my lash lift class, and I am starting a makeup course. I am going to do a makeup course class because I feel like people need to understand makeup a little more than what they learn off of YouTube. They need to understand there's more styles, more looks, and the in-depth of skin and face shaping and all, eye color wheel. It's a lot to makeup than just, putting some color on somebody's face. I think I just get tired of seeing brides, people going to prom, and the go-to is that thick silvery eyeshadow.
Yeah.
It's more to it than just thick silvery. Every time I see a bride nowadays or I see somebody going to prom, they have this silver glittery eyeshadow. And you got to know what color eye go well with the color silver and what contrasts with the color silver. So I'll probably just do it. I don't know if it's going to be a live, if it's going to be a YouTube, or it's going to be an in-person class, something like that, where I'm going to basically kind of get into more of the color wheel and different things. Also, I have my podcast. It's called Let's Talk Beauty. I will be revamping my anchor. It's going to be Let's Talk Beauty, and I'm going to have my podcast on there where it talks about different beauty things. I have different guests on there. And so it's not video, it's a voice podcast. So on anchorfm.com, look out for that as well. Now I am done.
See, now I feel like I done heard the social experience.
Right. Now you're giving us the full spiel.
Right.
Wow, that's good though. You lady's gonna have me look like a whole different person. I'm gonna have some new shirts. I'm gonna have some skincare products.
We got you.
And we're gonna have uniforms, and we're gonna take some CPR classes. I'm already a CNA, I still gotta get up for my uniform.
Has expired too, or is getting ready to, so I'll be calling you Miss Stephanie.
Oh, thank you. Good luck to you too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. This was very productive for me, and it was, I really appreciate it. It's like a next level of, being able to talk with, have good conversation about something so important and sensitive to people, and to get the people's input as well. I like to hear what everyone else was saying in the comments. So just thank you for inspiring my Monday morning.
Thank
Of
you.
course. Thank you for coming on. And like, I know, like, with you and Tiffany, like, when I asked y'all was, but I just I just thank y'all for just like coming on and talking about things that's so important, and for us to be able to close out this month with, knowing about COVID, a little more about COVID and the symptoms and things like that. So we truly appreciate you. I love you. Anyway,
Absolutely.
so so we really truly appreciate that, and I hope that everybody just stay safe and just be a little more responsible. I myself need to take my own advice and be a little more responsible when this COVID thing. I was a little more lax than I should be, but I am going to go get the shot, and since you survived, the Pfizer, I feel a little more safer. So,
My dad in his 80s, he been took it, and he been bothering me about getting it.
He got the Pfizer
months ago.
He got the Pfizer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. So yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. And any closing remarks, Michelle or Miss J? Can talk.
No, just thank y'all for tuning in every week. Make sure y'all share, like, subscribe. Tell them, look, I'm stealing your little shine, so they gotta do it all.
Go ahead, do it, because I pushed that YouTube, y'all. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. We need some subscribers, y'all. Subscribe to our YouTube page.
Please,
just do it.
Share it,
please.
Look,
yes,
you love seeing our faces
about
every week.
Thank you. If you guys have any topics or suggestions or anything like that, or if you want to be on the show, if you want to be a guest, if you have something coming up, and you want to be on the show, you want to be featured, by all means, contact either me or Soso or Miss J and let us know. And maybe we work together. So yeah, thank you again for everybody for constantly tuning in. Or even if you don't constantly tune in, just thank you for showing up when you do show up. We appreciate you.
And next week we are going to be we're going to have a young lady on that started her own natural skincare line, and she's getting more in depth into opening up a small business. She's a young lady, so we will be having her on next week.
To talk to her.
Yeah, and so she will be on next week, and so just keep tuned. So we always have, and they can also inbox the Monday Morning Talk Show too if they want to be a guest on the show as well. So yeah, small business owners, we like to promote you guys. So if you have a small business, hit us up.
Or if you're an artist, we love our artists.
Oh yes. Please,
Yes.
any artists. Space, you want to come on and do a song?
Come on, friend.
Michelle gonna say friend, but anyway,
Space is banned from Monday Morning Talk.
Wait, we might. I think he already corrupted. But also, I just want to do this plug real quick. Today on Hannah B on air. You all go on her Instagram and check out her bio. Mario Collado was on her show today, and they did a whole her podcast show. So you all want to go on to look up Hannah B on Instagram and click her bio, so you can listen to that show today with her and Mario Kaleo. So
yeah, that part.
All right.
So promoting our friends, I love it.
Got to. All right, so thank you all again for tuning in. We see you all next week. Oh, that's how many fingers I got up.
You got three of them.
I do the West Side. And I'm looking at the wrong hand. I hate this camera. Please, I heard this was separating piece and this is together. So I do it like this now.
No, this is H in sign language.
I was gonna say this sign language.
That's what Vaughn said. Vaughn said, put it together. That's together. We're peaceful.
JKL.
HIJKL. Like, no,
Look,
All right, we'll keep it separate then. Sorry, Vaughn, your old method didn't work.
don't do that. Whoever does my friend like that, don't do that no more.
don't.
Don't do that no more.
Well,
All
thank
right,
you again,
see
Miss Deborah, for coming on and giving us
Yes.
some great feedback and
And
insight
you're
on
welcome
COVID.
back.
Yes, I will
Yes,
be back.
anytime.
Yes, be back.
I'm gonna throw some facts in the comments on the mRNA. That's still in my head.
All right, you supposed to have said that. We just got all off of that. But
Okay,
yes,
I'm throwing it in the comments.
Yes, throw it in the comments, please, so I can know what that is as well. So,
Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.